This video is going to look at the construction that's on page 67 of your book, and it is looking at locating the center of a circle when given 2 points on the radius. Okay, now the important thing to do with this is that when you have a circle and you have 2 points on that circle, so if I have a point here and a point here, what you know is that any point on a circle, so it could be those two, it could be one up here, it could be one over here, it could be one over here, they're all the same distance from the center. Okay, it doesn't matter where on the circumference of the circle it is, they're always the same distance. And the distance that they are is that they're always the radius away. Okay, so whatever the radius of the circle is, you know that any point on the circumference is going to be the radius away from the center, and that's why this construction works. Okay, now put simply, what you have is that once you have 2 points on a circle, if you want to find a center, all you have to do is make sure that you're told what the radius is, which you should be for these, and take it on your compass, set your compass to whatever the radius is, and basically do it to the opposite of what you'd normally do. So normally you put the center of your compass on your point in the center and you'd swing your circle. This time what you're going to do is the opposite. So you're going to go to the circumference, so to the outside of the circle. You're going to get the radius on your compass, and this time you're going to swing it into the middle. Okay? And what happens is that when you only have 1 point with a radius and swung in, you don't know exactly where the center would be along this line here. Okay? You have no idea really whether it'd be up here or down here. You could take a good guess, but you wouldn't know exactly where it was going to go. So what we need to do then is to swing it from the other point. So if you swing then an arc from the other point, what you get is you get a point where the two of them meet. And where the two of them meet then is where the center of your circle actually is. Okay, so where the two arcs meet, that's where you get your center. So what that looks like then in a question is that you would be given a question like this. The first thing that you'd need to do is to make sure that you found which points you actually had. Okay, so in this case, if you look at it, you'll see that you have the radius 30 circle up here at the top, and you have the cone part here, which you have enough information for. So you have it's 100 high, 48 wide, and then you have it in the middle here, so it'll be 24 on either side. And what you have is you have 2 points. You have this point and you have that point, which are on your circle. Okay, so what you know then is that the center of that circle needs to be somewhere in this area, and you know that it has to be 30 millimeters away from those 2 points. Okay, because you know if it's on the circumference that it needs to be the radius away from the center. So what happens then is, if you look at the example here, is that you have A and B here, which is the 2 points over here. So we had A and B. And what you do is you get your 30 millimeters on your compass and swing from each one. So you swing from A first, then you swing from B, and where they meet then in the middle, so where the two of those meet, that then is the center of your circle. Okay, in the point in there, and then you can draw your circle in there, and you'll know then that you've done it correctly if the circle hits A and hits B exactly on where they should be. Okay, so that's the construction. Just to have a very quick look at the questions that you're going to do today, you have, so we're going to do question number, oops, let's zoom out here a bit. So question number 2 here, and you'll see with this one that you have 2 points again on your circle for each one. So you have your point up here in your triangle, you have your point up here, so in the middle there's a triangle in the middle, and you have your point here. So once you draw your triangle, then you can then swing from each one of the points to find the centers of these. So you'd be swinging up into this one, you'd be swinging up into that one, and swinging into that one to find your centers, and you'll be able to draw in your circles. And then the other one is going to be question 4 here, and again what you have here is the circle is this one, and you have this point and this point, okay, and you have a radius 60 circle, so you'll be getting 60 on your compass, putting it onto these 2 points, and then swinging it down to where your center is. So you'll have 2 arcs down here somewhere, probably somewhere in around this region, and that will give you your center, and then you'll be able to draw your radius 60 circle in there. Okay, and then just what this symbol means here is just that it's 5 millimeters in. So for this circle here, so for this one, that's going to be 55 millimeters. Okay, for that one, that's what that 5 means there when you go to do it.